Alright, starting it off. Welcome to the Onioncast. I am Brett.
This is episode 2.
Thank you.
I'm Sam. Now you say something.
Huh?
That
I'm
was
Charles.
Beautiful.
My name's River. Living fresh. Not really.
So, we're still getting used to this thing. Charles is over here fucking playing Persona 5.
Fuck yeah, I am. And we're gonna be talking about it.
Great game.
We're not only going to be talking about that, but in general, what makes video games good.
Yeah, but we all got Persona on the brain, so we're mostly gonna be talking about Persona 5.
This week has been a Persona week.
Fun Persona. I mean, first one, never got into it. Second one, I've been dying to get into it. Third one, awesome. Fourth one, love it. Fifth one, love it.
Yeah. So, I'm bad at transitions.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm having an off day.
So yeah, 1 and 2, Personas 1 and 2, 2 was split into 2 parts. They were, for the PS1, they did not do well because of various issues. One of them was just a general audience outside of Japan not being into looking for something like that. And also I think the marketing wasn't that out there. 3 was a little similar. They didn't get used to things yet. 4 is when it took off and became more widely appreciated as a series, and when people went back and all that. 5, it just fucking blew up. There are also side games and other shit in between that that
we got those
helped
dancing
improve.
games.
How many fucking save
Only after
files
4.
do you have?
All the
Almost
side games
all of
only
them.
came
Why
out
are you
after
saving
4.
incrementally like that?
Yeah, because that's just how I do it.
Alright, well you ran out, so
I mean, I'm gonna go and save over some shit.
fucking...
But I realized why I had to go and redo the doctor thing. It's because I loaded the wrong save file.
Sounds right.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that thing happens. I have to say, Persona has had.
You gotta get closer.
Yeah, you gotta speak up or get closer.
It has one of the most. You know what? I'm not gonna say. It has the best soundtrack.
Ooh, just out of the fuck. All right, just out of like video games in general, or what?
That's a bold fucking
yeah.
claim.
I know, but just.
I
I would say it's in my top 10.
Oh, for sure.
Sorry, it's
It's okay.
It's in my top 10 of video games.
That is not
Soundtracks.
as bold of a claim.
Okay, yeah. Persona has some of the best video game music, done by your boy Shoji Meguro. He's been doing what?
nothing. It's just
Sam
the
is
fact that you
giving-
stuttered.
Sam is
Because
giving him a look of yeah.
I had to remember his first name. He's been doing the music as a composer since 1, and I think he's been doing it in like all the games. But yeah,
You
that
okay, Charles?
was
What?
It's like, go get that chair. Okay, you can reach that beam now. Okay, go get a rope. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
this is gonna happen in this episode.
He's a Japanese high school student. Maybe it's all in his head.
We're just gonna have a side from Charles. Let me just check. Yeah, that's what I thought was happening. Just the mic being peaked.
Fucking clipping so much shit.
Just no, it's to where it's not clipping, but it's getting
Oh.
close. Whenever you start dying, back up, please. Anyway,
Little
music.
extreme, but okay.
Music. Charles and I were having this bit of this conversation earlier today. Music can do multiple things for a game.
What the fuck?
This is a
Chill.
shit show.
Chill, bitch.
Just continue.
Keep talking.
I already don't want you playing fucking 5 when we're trying to record. Now it's throwing
Right.
us off topic and shit.
Music is an important part in a lot of games, and it can make or break games. Most of the time in like modern AAA games, they just have ambiance music. Like
Sometimes I don't have any music.
sometimes they don't have any.
They get that Hans Zimmer score, like
Yeah.
orchestrated and going bang.
What was that one game you were playing? That like the Shadow of Mordor.
Shadow of Shadow of War.
Oh yeah, you weren't able to hear the music at all.
Yeah, there was like it felt like there was no music, and it was really detracting from the experience. I thought, because like I personally haven't watched the Lord of the Rings movies, but I feel like they have a really bombastic score for some scenes. Like
Sort of.
the music.
It's
in the
really
movie
just
is,
Requiem for a Dream that people remember.
okay, but that's still like that's a piece of music that people remember. But like for the music for the game to not have anything is just kind of jarring.
Yeah.
I think it does. I think I might have turned it off, or if it's just really, really low.
No, because the music was there. I could hear it, but it wasn't like because you were playing in a crowded room.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And if people talk too loud, you weren't able to hear it.
Yeah.
But I was like right next to the TV, so I could hear it. I'm
Also, side note, Bruce from Shadow of War is the best character.
You love that orc.
He's fucking he's
funny,
fucking
he's
cute.
Funny. It's just
I love him.
I really wish Abby didn't spoil that for you, man.
I know. Oh, I was so pissed. Okay, so one of our friends.
Spoilers ahead.
Yeah.
If you want to skip this part, please skip right.
Yeah, that's what the spoiler was.
3,
was.
2, 1.
We'll show in the
Go
end.
back in because it's an audio thing.
yeah.
So one of our friends basically spoiled that Bruce betrays you, and I was just like, man. And she showed no remorse, by the way. Which
Well,
I was
also,
like,
she doesn't have the highest opinion of you.
yeah, well, she can suck my dick. Don't tell her I said that.
She would probably fucking kick your ass.
She would probably bring out her knives instead.
Don't worry, I'll show Abby. She works with me apparently.
Say what
She's
now?
working with me on one of my projects.
Oh.
What were you
Oh,
going to
yeah.
bring up before Charles just cut you off?
Oh, I'm fucking in-depth studying Persona 5 because I want to get into doing game things, and so I want to make a game like Persona 5 where it's like social stuff and then it has JRPG moments.
Yeah. Persona is a fantastic series for that.
Just real quick, let me backtrack on the Abby can suck my dick thing. I meant that as like, she doesn't like me. I don't really care that she doesn't like me. Not like I was rude, and I apologize because she's probably gonna hear this.
I'm going to tell Briston about it, yeah.
Like, dude, your grave is already dug.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's
If she hits me, I'll fucking
at this
sue.
point, you're trying to fill the dirt back in from your grave that you've dug.
Also, I'm not ignoring your fucking wallpaper
What?
on your phone.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh,
fucking Futaba.
Yeah.
Oh, you
She's
changed
fuck-
it already?
Yeah.
So,
I thought you had the
She's
Bowser.
adorable. Oh,
no.
that's
Yeah, he
How
had...
many- Oh.
He had
It was when
a,
it was open.
a Warhammer Space Marine on there. Then he had Bowsette.
No, it's
Now-
Bowsette, then the Warhammer, then Futaba now.
Then Futaba. Christ.
I mean, for
Um,
my...
I change wallpapers like I change my underwear. About once every
Man, why'd you
That was a joke, chill
I
out.
know, but
Brody.
it's in my brain. My head.
Anyway, now that we're already off topic and I brought up Bowsette, Charles and I were talking yesterday about doing that. Like, people are doing that with other characters from the Mario universe. But what about doing it with things out of the Mario universe and into like the Nintendo expanded
They did it
universe?
with that one JoJo character. No, it wasn't JoJo character. It was Soul Calibur, right?
Yes, there was one I saw that was
Voldo?
Voldo with the super crown, and there was actually...
And I gagged. No offense to that artist. It was well drawn. Just the design itself was not appealing to me.
It's still Voldo.
Yeah.
The idea we had was Ganon. Ganet, yeah. So just either Ganon or Ganondorf with the super crown.
It would basically be Urbosa with
Urbosa,
tusks.
yeah.
With tusks
We
and
thought
a
it was going to be
crown.
Urbosa. You said you were going to draw it.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance yet.
You guys know that's just Rule 63, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Things
It's
haven't-
but we have an
things
excuse
haven't
now.
started gender swapping because of Bowsette.
But we have an excuse now.
It's trending, though.
I guess.
It's the trend is starting to die right now.
Yes. Thank God.
Excuse you.
Whoa, hey, no. Just because you have a girlfriend. Anyways,
Should we try to get back on topic?
Yeah.
What makes video games great? Is that the topic that we were trying to get into?
Yes.
Before
Everything.
hanging yourself and then wiping yourself.
No, we got back to it after hanging yourself.
Yeah, but we keep straying.
Please don't hang yourself.
Straight.
Please don't hang yourself. Your life is important.
Of course. That's why we're making fun of it.
I know, but this is
Christ. All right. So
Fucking
This is a train wreck.
implying that our first one wasn't.
Well, yeah,
No,
they're all
it was
gonna
better constructed because we were asking each other questions and our
And
they're
discussion
all
had
gonna
to
be
do with
train
the
wrecks.
They're all
guys.
gonna
Let's
be
just
train-
fucking-
yes.
and we
Ah.
improvise.
That's just how this is gonna work.
We don't have scripts.
Do you want to write us a script, Sam?
I know we don't have scripts, but fucking Jesus Christ, that was. Ugh.
This is.
So, what makes a good game? What, in y'all's opinion, what makes a good game? You, Brett, go ahead, start.
Put me on the spot.
Too bad, you're on the
Uh,
spot.
Yeah, you brought up the.
It's
fucking
your topic.
All right, fair. A good game needs to have a good balance. Well, also, this can be. Are we talking objective or subjective?
I don't know. It's your topic.
It was just the idea. Well, let's
Don't try to like fucking pussyfoot
Backpedal.
around this shit. This isn't.
Alright,
this,
alright,
this
alright.
is all you, Brett.
All right, I'll go with both. Subjectively, for me,
Okay, what do you like? What
I'm
in
getting
your-
into that.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I was gonna try to
All right,
clarify
so
there.
a game for me, its main appeals would be its gameplay and its story. I'm not necessarily worried about like the graphics or shit like that. If the story is engaging and the gameplay can help get you through the story, it's a pretty good experience.
I can't wait till the weekend. Because then I don't have to worry about the podcast. I can just do my homework, which is something I should want to look forward to.
Objectively, I feel a good game needs to have a concise construction of its plot. Its story beats need to essentially make you want to continue throughout the entire experience, and its gameplay should help you get through it, not detract from it. Those are two main factors for me. Other parts would be like sound design, level design, game feel. If the game actually feels good, I think a prime example of this would be like beat 'em ups that do not have satisfying sound effects for when you hit something. Yeah, like it needs to sound. If it's a big heavy punch, it needs to sound meaty, and it needs to feel like you actually are hitting something.
Streets of Rage.
Streets of Rage is a really good example. But yeah. Hey Charles, what makes a good game?
I think you hit most of what I was gonna say. Definitely graphics do not make or break a game. That's not true. It can. Fucking Bubsy. No, not even. Yeah, I was gonna bring up Bubsy 3D and how it looks god awful. Sorry if you worked on Bubsy 3D.
That's because they didn't try.
Yeah, and also the game wasn't that good to begin with. But if you've got solid game design, then your art is secondary. For sure. Like the Long Dark does not have it. The models are far from like the most detailed. They don't have like hundreds or million or thousands of polygons or whatever, but they're good enough, and like they look like what they're supposed to represent. But they're not like super detailed. The texturing is really good. Like it's also really stylized because it looks kind of like painted almost. And the lighting is fantastic. The lighting and shadows definitely plays a huge part in graphics. Like you can make Minecraft look amazing with the right lighting mods. What else? Definitely like the best games place the player in the shoes of the protagonist. They give you reasons to want to continue the story. Like with Persona 5, for instance, you want to beat the first dungeon because that one teacher is a fucking asshole and deserves everything he gets. and so on and so forth. Sam, what do you think?
Why am I next?
Because I picked you next.
Also, I just like how in the first one we tried to avoid being on computers and phones, and now just not even.
Well, I started it.
Only out because of fucking
I know.
Charles.
I know, it's just.
I'm not even really playing anymore right now. I'm in it.
We just all broke down within an episode.
I don't know. I wasn't listening to what you guys were saying.
Well, just tell us what you think makes a good game, Sam.
Like, it has to have the capability that I can't fucking put it down. Like, with Persona, I stayed up till, 2 in the morning playing it.
For the record, we're
last
all
night.
playing Persona right now. That's why we're all talking about Persona.
I'm poor, so I buy games later than everyone, so
I'm trying to play Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
I'm even poorer than he is, so I don't pay for games.
I think it's the second time you've mentioned that.
Yeah, I'm probably going to mention it every episode, but whatever.
So anyways, his address. But yeah, it's just,
727.
and it also has to be I get this fucking weird thing where if I'm truly invested in the story and the universe that the game builds, I create my own OC for that, and if I just don't feel like I want to participate in the world that's being built by the game, then it's just not a good game to me.
That's fair.
I kind of disagree with the graphics thing. I feel a good game has to be able to catch you with its art style. And if it just can't do its art style right, then I don't think it shouldn't have been released if it can't do the art style it was shooting for.
That's a fair point. My point in talking about the graphics was graphics are important, but they are always secondary to the game and sound design.
The main attraction of a game should not be its graphics.
You get what I mean?
If it does have an art style that
Of
it
course.
is trying to go for,
I'm never going to disparage a game for having great art.
We Happy Few. Look at We Happy Few. It's set in this kind of retro 1960s kind of vibe to it. Great game, by the way.
You're still far as fuck away from the mic. It's not picking you up.
You don't even have to move. Just speak up. I'm sorry, Sam. You were saying? I know I interrupted.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's a fuck ton of games that I get truly invested in because of the art style, and I just don't finish. It's I played both BioShock 1 and Infinite, and I got to the very last level, and then I dropped them. I don't know why. Yeah, I got to the last level, and I was like, well, Elizabeth got taken away by the giant creature. I'm just going to leave. Or wow, I'm really close to figuring out this whole conspiracy with Andrew Ryan. What else came out today? And then I'll just ditch. I also can't play games within succession of one another. I can't stop playing Persona 5 to play Spider-Man, which River lent me.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I like older games too. Still.
Well, of course.
yeah.
Your game has a lot of the time I can't judge a game because it just came out. Your game has to be able to hold my interest even. A good PS3 game is a game that I can still play even though I own a PS4. But yeah.
And another thing about graphics is, graphics. Good graphics doesn't mean having super detailed, models. There are NES games that look amazing.
Right. You don't
even need 3D models.
Right, unless your game calls for it, or that's
Right.
your artistic vision.
Skullgirls looks amazing.
It does, and I think the thing, at least I'm trying to say, is you don't always need to go for cutting edge, top of the line, absurdly good graphics or extremely realistic stuff. You can have stylized things.
You can have that classy vibe where the old retro style, kind of
Shovel Knight.
Shovel Knight is another one.
Shovel Knight is an amazing example of a game that uses a limited color palette and makes things look amazing.
Broforce is another one I was thinking of as well.
Broforce. That game's just funny to me.
All of the different names the Bro Dogs.
Wasn't it Walker, Texas Ranger?
Yeah, Walker.
Alright, well, River, what makes a good game?
Okay, this is for me. It would have to be the story and gameplay. So there's this game I played a couple years ago, and it was called The Darkest of Days. So when I got this game for Christmas, I was kind of expecting it to be great with graphics and everything, but in all honesty, that's not what it appealed to me. What appealed to me was the story. So what caught my interest was the whole time travel aspect. You were supposed to die in the Battle of the Little Bighorn. You were considered.
Oh, I know what game you're talking about.
Yeah. It has a really good premise, and it leaves it, and the game leaves it open. Like at the very end, when you beat it, it leaves it open. Like, what happens now? And I always wondered, I always wonder what happened if that game ever came back, and it always caught my interest in another game that I played recently. It's not Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Odyssey's a great game, by the way. But We Happy Few.
Shut up.
Has
Sponsor us.
We're not sponsored by Ubisoft.
No.
Though we wish we were.
But We Happy Few, I don't know if you ever guys played it, or you've probably seen the commercials to it.
I watched Markiplier play it.
Yeah. So it started off as an alpha a while back, but now it has a developer, which is Deep Silver, the creators of Dying Light, Dead Island, and a few others. But its story has caught my interest, which is basically set in this retro 1960s Britain, and just the crazy stories around each of the three characters that are in it. Like, one, Arthur is trying to find his brother. Sarah is trying to get out. And for another guy, I think his name is, he's one of the soldiers. He's just trying to get out of the place. And their journeys are hard and troubling, but to me, it's like when you push into that journey, you're feeling that journey. And Arthur's story still, I kind of feel for Arthur. I wonder what happened to his brother. This is gonna be a spoiler, but
I might play it because it just came out. So it's still recent enough that we don't want to give spoilers for it.
I don't know.
Like, when did Shadow of War come out? Like, several
2 years
I guess
ago.
It was 2 years. Shadow of War came out 2 years ago.
Yeah. 1 or 2 years, I don't know.
The new one.
Yeah, because that one I got is
No, it came out last year. Because that's when I started school and I had kids talking about it. Came out last year. Didn't come out 2 years ago.
Look at the
Don't check your phone. I was in fucking...
I was gonna look it up.
I was in class, and I remember everyone was talking about it, and I've only been here a year.
Yelling at River to not check his phone, huh?
Yeah, because I'm still in the conversation. I'm letting River talk about We Happy Few, because he went off on his own fucking Shakespearean monologue.
Alright, fuck it, just go ahead.
Shakespeare.
If you don't want to hear this, just step out and I'll knock on the window.
Fuck.
You sure you want to hear it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'm not even.
There's still three stories. There's 3 stories to this game, but so Arthur's brother was taken to Germany. We don't know what exactly happened to his brother, but he was trying to stop this policeman from taking his mental brother away, and Arthur felt like he failed, and he wants to go, and he's hoping he can find his brother.
Alright, is that it?
Don't show me memes in the podcast. River's talking.
Wow, rude.
Well, he was talking about the thing I didn't want to pay attention to, so I stopped paying attention.
But I told you could step out. Let me explain what just happened. After I said that, Charles just looks at me, leans forward, presenting me his phone to show me the meme. Christ. This is the loudest this got in a while.
This has just gone off topic.
We were also recording in a different room in different positions and like.
What I mean, like from River, it was like medium audio levels, and just that is just.
It looks like you're pregnant. I'm pregnant? No, but it looks like you are.
God. All right.
In all honesty, I guess for me, it's just the story mostly. Just,
Okay.
I want to like mention that like none of us are like professional gamers in any in any way. Like we don't make games. We don't do any of that. So like our opinions could be usually like stupid, basic level shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's what people listen for.
yeah.
Listen to a bunch of jackasses on the
that's-
internet.
Yeah. So like.
If they didn't care about our opinion, they wouldn't be listening.
That's all we are. It's just
This is
jackasses
episode
on the
2. I don't
internet.
think anyone
I know,
gives a
that's
shit
the
about our
point.
opinion.
Yeah. That's like we're like 50 and have like 100 people following us.
Then they might care.
Yeah. They'll
maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
That went a little faster than I thought it would. Do we want to continue on this topic, or do we feel like we don't have anything else to talk about? Or does Charles feels like he needs to share more memes?
Let's just end the podcast.
Just
By end, I mean there's no episode 3.
Oh my god.
just stop it all together.
Jesus Christ,
Welcome
Sam.
to season 2.
First season was only 2 episodes. Season 2 will be half an episode.
Season 2 will be never.
God.
So, do we want to continue? We've been at this for like almost 27 minutes.
How long the podcast has been so far?
Yeah.
And you're still on April 26th in the game?
I haven't been
I
playing.
thought you'd be glued to this thing. After...
You were complaining about me playing, and now you're complaining that I'm not playing. Make up your fucking mind, Sam.
It's still on. I can see.
I don't care.
I can see Morgana's gross anime eyes.
his body mass is 50% eyeball.
All right.
And I'm 30% skull.
Do we want to give like examples of games we think exemplify all the shit we talked about? Do we
I'm
wanna
sure each one of us is
continue?
going to talk about Persona 5.
I mean, that's a given. Yeah, Persona 5 is a
You
fantastic
should draw
game.
lots.
I mean, what? Didn't River just talk about 2 games? He talked about Darkest Hour and We Happy Few.
Well, yeah.
Basically, the real question is, Brett, do you want to talk about any specific games related to our topic today?
Let me just go ahead and suck this game's dick some more. El
Sucks
Shaddai.
some game dick? What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll suck this game's dick.
Yeah, he sucks a lot of game dick. It's
I'll
fine.
suck that game's
Oh
dick. I
my
don't give a
God,
shit.
man.
I really gotta like this. I'm gonna be right back.
Do you want me to pause it?
No.
No, it's just
Keep going.
Sam's going to the restroom, folks.
Have a new topic when you come back.
Don't worry, I will.
All right. This is a
He's
shit
not
show.
coming back.
He's not coming back. His bag's here and so are his keys.
He's not coming back.
He's not coming back. He's gonna break into his own truck.
Hot wire
Hot
it
wire
and
it.
drive home.
Oh.
Hey, Mom, I need new keys for my truck.
I got a topic.
Well, let me finish
All right,
sucking
finish.
this game's dick.
Okay.
Uh,
Finish it off, my
El,
friend.
I mentioned this last podcast. El, finish it off. Just get that come out. All right.
What the fuck,
Oh
dude?
my
You're
God,
getting
Brett.
a little too graphic.
Okay.
All right. Oh wow, that's your fucking all the things we've done just in this podcast episode.
That's a little.
Oh, is it because it's gay?
Yes.
That's
I don't.
exactly the reason.
I don't abide no homosexuality.
All right. Anyway, fucking El Shaddai, Ascension of the Metatron.
For the record, I don't give a shit if you're homosexual. That was just a joke. I gotta like clarify that shit.
If
Otherwise,
you
we'll
keep
get people.
clarifying everything, no one's gonna take what anything you say seriously.
I'm just saying, if I don't clarify that shit, we're gonna get fucking death threats.
Charles is a jackass. Spoilers.
That's fair.
We're all jackasses,
Yeah.
just in different
You know
ways.
what? Yeah.
But yeah, El Shaddai, Ascension of the Metatron, goes above and beyond, I think, in almost all the things that we've talked about. It pulled me into its world very quickly. Excuse me. It has really good gameplay. Given the gameplay doesn't go that deep with its most common form of gameplay, but it switches styles and keeps it fresh. The story is very appealing and interesting. Even had me asking questions towards the end, which sadly will never get answered because they shut down its studio. The art style is fucking gorgeous, and it looks amazing still, even if even though it came out for the PS3, I think in like 2011. You look like you have something to say, Charles.
So I picked the controller back up. We continued to play Persona 5, and this dude he talked about how, I spoke to a girl and we had a great time just talking, and his buddy was like, yeah, but you gotta do this, this, and this, because, girl's like a well-rounded dude. And he's like, well, that sounds like a lot of work, but I'll do it if it means I get a girlfriend. I guess I'll start by showering every day.
Oh yeah,
I hear women prefer dudes who don't smell like shit.
Again, Persona 5, fantastic game. Sponsor us, please, Atlas.
Please.
We'll show the fuck out for you.
I'll do it if you don't sponsor us.
We're doing it right now.
Dude, I love Atlas games. Fucking Ichiran Odyssey, Persona.
Operation
There's a
Darkness.
couple other fucking games.
Let me look through the library right quick.
Operation Darkness, has anyone ever heard of that game?
The entirety of the Persona series is
What the
great.
fuck?
Given there are very varying levels of greatness, some of the Persona
I know
games have better aspects than others.
I know they didn't work on fucking this guy. That's Nippon Ichi, and they're also a great.
Don't smack the table.
What the fuck else did they work on? There was another fucking game that I really fucking
I
loved.
still think this. While you're looking that up, I'm going to talk about Persona more. I still believe that I only have experience with 3 through 5, and I believe that it goes like this. Like Persona 3 has not so great characters. Their writing is a little rough. They were just getting back into the swing of Persona, but its plot is pretty interesting, and it pulls you in enough. Persona 4's characters are great. The plot is leaves you a little wanting. There's not so much of a transition between who the main bad guy through the majority of the game is towards the big bad, and then 5 is just fucking great with its characters and story, and it gives you tons of twists that you will be surprised by, and the big bad connects to the final boss. It connects to every boss and gives you an overall understanding of pretty much the entire situation the game puts out.
I'm looking through the list of Atlas games, and there's like all these fucking all these JRPGs, and then Learn with Winnie the Pooh.
Look, man, you gotta get quick money somehow.
They fucking did Growlancer, which is a great fucking series. They did Persona.
The Shin Megami Tensei franchise is also...
Yeah. Isn't Persona like an offshoot of that?
Yes, it's a branch off of Shin Megami Tensei.
I could have sworn there was like another really specific...
Stop smacking the table.
They do Ichiran Odyssey. I fucking love Ichiran Odyssey. I've only played... the only one I played all the way through was 3. The other ones are hard. I mean, they're all hard.
The Atlas games are notoriously hard.
Yeah. The fucking foe system, I swear to God. Especially the ones that move. Because, like, you'll be in a regular battle, and then there's just out of nowhere this giant fucking monster.
What the fuck are you talking about?
In Ichiran Odyssey.
Alright, lost already, but go on.
Ichiran Odyssey is a game series produced by...
By Persona.
Produced by Atlas.
Alright, cool.
It's an RPG.
Mm-hmm.
So in Atlas, in Ichiran Odyssey, there's this. It's called the foe system. FOE. It's all caps with a little s. Foes. So there's random battles as you move through the dungeon, but there's also enemies that you can like run up on. Like how in Persona there's a model and then you touch the model to initiate combat.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's how it works in Etrian Odyssey, but there's also random battles as you walk through. So, but there are some foes that move around the dungeon, and so if you're in a random battle, or even if you're in a foe battle, and a foe moves across the space where you're at, you'll have to deal with that foe, and foes are really hard enemies. Like, super hard. They're like harder than the boss of that level, usually.
I know foe because of Persona Q.
Oh, okay. Well, what's
Apparent-
Persona Q?
They don't. It's the first one's a crossover between Persona 4 and Persona 3, where everyone's a fucking chibi, and they're
Is it a dungeon crawler?
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
That makes
but
sense.
it's more puzzle based. And then
Oh.
the one coming out, which is gonna be Q2, is between 3, 4, and 5.
They also did Trauma Center.
Yeah.
I've never
Oh,
played any of the
yeah,
Trauma.
I-
I've never played any of the Trauma Center.
I heard about Trauma Center.
What else did I do? Nights in the Nightmare. That was a good game.
They've done a lot of games.
Oh, got so many games.
All right. I think they've been in business since like the NES days. I think.
Their first
Since
game was in 1987. At least it's that according to Wikipedia.
Digital Devil Story and Megami Tensei, which means it's probably on one of those type-based
I mean,
game systems.
They also did Friday the 13th.
You beat Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did Karate Kid, Friday the 13th.
Spud's Adventure. Amazing Tater. What?
All right. Well, Charles goes off down an Atlas hole. You said you had something, Sam?
Oh, okay.
What? I had something?
In Japan, it's known as Puzzle Boy 2, which is a much more reasonable name for a video game.
When you walked out, I said have a new topic, and you said you had one.
Oh, I said I will have one,
Oh.
and I didn't have one. I don't know.
Podcasting's hard.
Well, I told everyone, I was like, hey, whoever's going to be involved tomorrow, bring a fucking topic.
Yeah, I expected other people to have one too.
I was asleep.
I thought you did
I-
when you woke up.
I just didn't do it.
I mean, I don't know. My main thing is doing fucking comics and art of my own characters.
Well,
We'll talk about that.
hold
Do you
I'm
want to
very-
show your Patreon?
hold on. Hold on.
I've been doing this for 6 fucking months, and I've had 3 patrons.
Well, you might get more.
I make a grand total of $30 a month.
Well, hold on. Let me.
So it's Octosun 88.
I don't know. I don't think I have an 88 behind it. I think it's just Octo-Sun.
You still shilling it.
Well, yeah.
Giga, dude.
I have to take every goddamn opportunity, or else I'm gonna fucking eat my own fingernails for dinner.
Oh my god.
That's why I asked you if you wanted to shill.
Etrian Odyssey Untold is a great fucking the Untold Etrian Odyssey series is
Just
really good.
fucking once we put this podcast up, your fucking Patreons go from like 3 to 20.
Oh my
It
god.
goes to 3 to 1. I make $5 a month now.
So I don't know if we're gonna still talk about stories, but
We're going all over the place, dude.
yeah, I know
What
we're
else
going
are you
on.
gonna-
But
I got like 3 stories. That's all I'll say right now.
sorry, my bad. Kick the table. Anyways, so I've been playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I have to say I like the change. I like the change they did to it.
But they're not assassins, River.
So it shouldn't be Assassin's Creed because they're not assassins.
Look, I know we got fans, and I know we got people out there that don't
Look,
we don't have
they
any
don't-
fans
Yeah,
yet.
I was
so
like,
we
we
don't
don't
know.
have fans.
Don't
Yeah,
sugarcoat
don't-
this.
no.
We don't got fans.
That's why I said when we're 50 episodes in, we're gonna have 100 fans.
Yeah.
It's 2 fans per episode.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a little sad.
And we got like 30 of them with the last episode.
They're just us on alternate accounts.
Yeah, right.
Look, just play the game. Like, you
Video
know,
games are fun. You should play them.
you've been like a fan since it all began. Just give it a shot. And
River, it's feminist bullshit because you can play as a female.
That doesn't make it feminist bullshit.
Some people argue that it does.
Okay,
Okay.
so
what-
Are we doing this?
No.
Is that where you're walking away, Sam?
Yeah.
All right,
So-
all right. I was making a joke. Stop. It was a joke. No,
I think you're actually going to agree with my point here, so let me fucking say it.
you have a minute.
Hold on. My headphones are in.
You know what?
I'll wave at you.
So, I think that every game should just have some kind of rudimentary character creation system, so that they will never ever have a diversity problem, because the main character can be whatever race or gender you fucking want. Then they don't have to worry about it. Then I can play as a white dude because I like playing as a white dude. Because I am a white dude.
Casual racism. What is it? Misogyny? No, misogyny is for.
It's both because I'm white and male.
Yeah. There you go.
That's not even racist. How is that racist? What? Do you not also prefer to play as a white dude if it's an option?
I prefer to play as female characters.
That's a fair point. I mean, I do like looking at female booty.
There was a.
Anyway.
Even more casual misogyny.
Anyway,
You can come back now.
You're not going to be able to respond to this. I'm telling you this now. But that's not what they're arguing about for representation. They're not talking about main characters. You have something, Herbert?
I'm gonna quote something from
Go for it.
one of the members of Achievement Hunter, what Jack said. He says this.
I rolled all the way back here on the chair, and it took out all my fucking energy.
So one of the members from Achievement Hunter, Jack Patillo, he said he plays female video game characters, and his friends laugh at him for playing that, but he has an interesting logic. He says, if I'm gonna stare at something for 30 hours, I might as well stare at a girl's ass.
Yeah, I always play the female in Fallout.
I was
so.
like,
Yeah, that might be like a misogyny thing, but could also just be sexual preference.
Look,
I just don't like hearing vaguely sexual grunts coming from a man every time I get hit.
what?
So, yeah, there you go.
That's-
Like, every time my character takes damage, I don't want to hear, ugh.
What if it's not? What if it's just a regular grunt?
what if it's just a fighting game?
That's fine. Fighting games, that's fine. But like,
Oh, when you die, in Street Fighter, you just orgasm.
now we're getting into fetish territory.
Oh shit! Really? Is that your real face, buddy?
Is that what you sound like? Alright, fucking out of that minefield. Anyone have anything else?
Well, I was just gonna talk about Assassin's Creed, how its story has changed over time.
You're just gonna hog the
It took like a
podcast?
really long, deep breath
Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
stop.
I know. I had to think this in my head how to say it right.
You gotta get it a little closer to speak up more, though.
Okay. So who's played Assassin's Creed, the first one? Have any of y'all?
I played about 30 minutes of the first game, and then my disc stopped working, and I've played most, if not all, of Assassin's Creed 2.
I played Brotherhood, but I don't remember shit.
I played all of them except Liberation and Syndicate. I played all of them except Liberation and Syndicate. I'm looking at the thing,
Oh.
and I'm making sure I wasn't too tired to say the rest.
I played 2, and mostly all of them except Liberations, but I think its story has changed a lot. I still say 2 is the best one. That's my opinion. Everyone has their own opinion on on the series.
Yeah, but I feel like most people would agree with that opinion, because I mean it's.
What did you do?
He missed the trash can.
Yeah, I just missed the trash can.
You did? Like,
Just pause for dramatic effect.
for like 2, it was just like, look, we met this cool character named Ezio, who was a charmer, funny guy, and so on and so forth, and his journey was a struggle. Then here comes many more characters.
I'm not laughing at you,
I know.
because Sam said no yeet. Because you threw it.
I didn't even throw it. I was like, here.
I turned to Charles and I just like looked at him for a good minute and I said no yeet and then just
I
kept
can't
doing
stop
my-
laughing at it.
That's why I missed. Charles, I'm a baby.
What?
Yeah, I'm a baby. I was driving.
Sorry.
I was driving somewhere
let's
else.
let
with
River
Charles.
finish.
Yeah, fine.
We'll explain the I'm a baby thing in just a minute. Finish your thing, River.
Okay, so
Wrap it up.
As we're dying.
like all I'm saying is like each Assassin's Creed story is good in its own way. 2 had some good moments. Brotherhood had good moments. Revelation had good moments. 3 had good moments. 4 had good moments. Unity had good moments. Syndicate had good moments.
We get it.
Yeah.
Everything
So
has
on
good
and so
moments.
forth. But
Where are you going with that?
damn it, I had what I was gonna say and I lost it. But explain to me the
Video games are good. He likes video games. He likes Assassin's Creed.
game.
Video games.
Who wants to play some games?
Well, we have another channel for that. I'm waiting on fucking thumbnails.
Hey, I said I'll get to it.
I know. I was
Okay,
just
explain
stating a fact.
the baby thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell us about I'm a Baby.
So, me and Sam, we had a little day out because we like to hang out.
What are you getting?
Maybe. No. We went to the comic book store. We went to Heroes and Fantasies,
Good place.
and there's also a bookstore. And we went to the bookstore, and was it in the parking lot?
No, it was like the road that would connect like 2 different plazas together.
Mm-hmm.
And I was driving, and like there was like this there was a truck, and the bed of the truck was full of watermelons, and then the trailer was also full of watermelons, and like
They were selling watermelons.
like a surplus of watermelons. And like there was this lady there, and like she had her baby in her hand, and the baby looked stoned out of their mind. So like Charles and I just like had the idea that the baby was so stoned that it was like beginning to realize what it was. And I think it's just like, yeah, I'm a baby. I said that, and then Charles just couldn't stop fucking laughing until we got all the way to the bookstore.
I was still laughing as we walked
I
into
was
the
gonna say,
bookstore.
we probably walked in laughing.
Yeah,
I mean-
no, he was in the lot as we were approaching it, like on foot, and I was like, shut the fuck up.
I was like, I was doing like the silent laugh.
I made it worse because fucking there's a chess table in there, and I saw that they had checkers in it, and I was like, it's like we can play chess or we can play catchers, and he's like, I'm sorry, we can play what? And I said checkers, nothing else. And he's like, you said catchers.
Also, I made him really uncomfortable because in that bookstore they have fucking Playboy magazines.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
9 lines, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even like looking at. I was reading like the joke page, and Sam got just because it was a Playboy. You got really
No, because they were bad. I draw smut.
Yeah, but this was real
about
smut.
my smut.
This was real.
What do you think
smut.
he looks at for reference?
And like he was just reading terrible jokes out of like this fucking hustler from like the early
It was
2000s.
First of all, it was Playboy,
From
and
the
it was
early
from 06.
2000s.
Was the old man that owns the place just glaring at you?
No.
No, it's like over in the corner. They can't even see us.
Okay.
Everyone in the corner.
Everyone in the corner of my bookstore. Get the fuck out.
There was like before we even got there, because we were just walking through the store. I saw like it was like listed as like old funny books, and then like the first book I saw was the Book of Mormon, and I was like, oh, okay. And I just like kept walking. I didn't bring it up because I didn't want to seem rude. But it was like comedy books or something. The Book of Mormon was in there, and I was like, someone probably moved that. It probably wasn't the dude who. Probably wasn't the guy who runs the store.
Maybe he's an ardent Mormon hater.
Maybe it
To
was
To be fair,
maybe it was a South Park
What?
reference.
to be fair, it's a little comedic,
Okay.
especially the way South Park puts it.
Okay. Yeah. Fucking no. Even like real Mormonism is absurd. I think the creation myth involves F-16s going into a volcano.
You're talking about
That's
Scientology.
That's Scientology. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Scientology. I have no problem
no,
talking about Scientology and
no.
how whacked out that is.
I do, because Tom Cruise will sue us.
Well, fuck Tom Cruise. He can't sue us for anything. We are breaking no laws. We're not even talking about Tom Cruise. We're just talking about Scientology, and it is whacked
I'm gonna
out.
put my headphones in and just be. Not
They ruin people's
retarded.
lives because they leave the church.
Just everyone is now putting headphones in. This is Charles Cast now. And I was gonna bring up something as when it's just like us two, we could have a side podcast where we just talk shit about other stuff. Because like we're comfortable talking about
and by other stuff we mean Sam and River.
No, goddamn.
Watch us just like fund your podcast just out of nowhere.
Did you hear what I said?
What?
It's fine.
What happened?
I said me and Charles could do like a side podcast where we could talk about other stuff.
And I said by other stuff we mean Sam and River.
Just watch me find it and I'm like,
These fucking guys.
You give me one of the episodes to edit, and it's just like a fucking hour and a half rant about me, and I'm like, so I cut the entire episode.
I'm just like, oh shit, I'm sorry, that's the
Wrong
wrong one.
episode here.
Wrong one.
Do this one.
It's like now
And
it's
he
my
does it.
now it's like my turn to edit the thing, and it's like about me.
Oh shit, we meant to give you River's episode, or Sam's episode.
I meant like political shit because
I know.
One time we went to Asian Star and we said like we were talking
Yeah,
about shit.
we were like, we should fucking
we should have
record
a
this.
podcast. Yeah, we can do that. So like, I know you get annoyed by it, and Sam just doesn't like talking about it most of the time.
You guys need to get over
No,
that shit.
you got it fucking reversed. River doesn't like talking about it. I get annoyed talking to Charles about politics.
Okay, well there. I don't. It takes me a while to get to the point of being annoyed, but if I do get annoyed, I just fucking get on his shit. But yeah, that may be a thing for like filler episodes, I guess. Where we can do individual, separate people, not the entire crew.
But yeah, last thing I'm gonna say about that is fuck Scientology. It's a cult, not a religion.
Charles's opinions do not fully reflect the opinions of Onioncast.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Please ignore the funny man in the room.
Oh, you think I'm funny?
Like funny, haha, or
What, you think I'm some kind of clown? You think I'm funny? Am I funny? Ha funny weird.
That's with your Boston accent, man.
I don't know. I go into accents. I have characters.
when I'm panicking, you're going to an accent. It's coping mechanism.
It's not it's a defensive response.
It's like you're being held hostage, and it's just like you're just. What? The guy's like, "What happened to your voice?"
Like they call my parents to get to prove that I'm alive. And I'm like, who's this Bostonian man you have talking to me?
Hey yo, it's me, Charles. Who the fuck are you?
It's not even Boston. I was doing like a shitty New York accent.
So Boston. Oh, I'm sorry, Boston.
Oh, we're gonna die.
All right. Anyway,
like
Good times.
Just cut this episode.
No, this is gold. What are you talking about?
this is the same thing we did in the first one.
Yeah,
we
this
just
is
talk shit.
And
This is all
then
we're
laugh.
doing for all of them. Is just talking shit. So anyone have any more shit to talk about?
I mean, of course, but like these guys don't want to hear it.
Sam, do you have anything?
I mean, of course, but this guy doesn't want to hear it.
Oh god. Do we need to put someone in timeout so we can talk about the topics? Will you be in the
I don't know. Do you think the fans would want to hear what I want to say, or do you think they want to play more in the comments because of what Charles said?
I think they want to
Both.
play more in the comments because of what
I
I
think
said.
both.
I could easily take a time out. Considering I've been doing, I don't know, maybe 10% of the work today.
Get your ass over here.
Nah.
Say your piece, Sam.
What piece? I didn't have a subject.
Is this just to revert back to Persona Cast again?
Probably.
I've been one man. We were talking about Persona, and then it went on to another thing, and then to another thing.
Went on to Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, then it went on to Assassin's Creed.
Which was your topic.
Yep.
Well, we can't just have dead air. We're not even at an hour yet.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
And then when you edit that down, it's probably going to be like 30 minutes because there's like long, copious amounts of science.
You think I'm editing this? I'm just making sure the audio doesn't bust people's eardrums.
Oh, okay.
What do you think I am? Yeah, if like given there are periods of silence, but that's why I'm trying to. Oh god, that's why I'm trying to stop them and have other people talking. I think the reason why we're doing podcasts is it's simpler to edit and produce than it is to do Let's Play videos. At least, I certainly hope so. We would just need one simple image, and we're good. That's why I say do podcast image first, still.
Okay. I will. It shall be done, sir.
I have no clue about an upload schedule for this.
I'll get the images done anyways. I mean,
Well-
I'm just gonna do one image and then we'll
Yeah.
just put a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and then blah 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 blah.
Well, we don't even need to do that. Just it's going up on fucking SoundCloud, so you just need to do the image.
Okay.
SoundCloud and probably YouTube and eventually iTunes maybe. But yeah. Background shit, 'cause we have nothing to talk about.
He's letting out his existential angst.
Sam's having an orgasm, folks.
What?
I don't know. I'm trying to make conversation.
Well,
Yeah, let's talk about my orgasm, River. That's gonna
That's what
lead.
people want to hear.
That-
about.
That's gonna lead to.
He knows what the
hours
ladies
of
like.
conversation.
He's single.
You good lucky, folks.
Please stop.
Look, we have nothing to talk about.
Look, we're just...
The rest of the episode doesn't need to be an advertisement for me.
Well, didn't that happen in Infamous? Where his best friend?
Yeah, Zeke tried to get Cole laid. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I think Cole had a better shot than I do. Considering Zeke was just telling everyone how Cole saves the city and fucking has superpowers.
You mean you don't have superpowers?
No, I don't have superpowers.
I said powers.
No, you said powders.
he said powers.
Folks,
Well,
please
do you have
type in the comments what
superpowers
you
or
hear.
powders?
No,
No.
I draw
damn.
people with superpowers.
That's a superpower in and of itself.
No.
I'm trying to give you a compliment.
Go on Tumblr or DeviantArt, fucking everyone can draw.
Yeah, but draw well.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen people with like really weird out there body proportions and they get like thousands of notes.
Well,
Well,
you
But
need
you
to
got-
find out what your problem is, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how to help you there, Sam. I'm sorry.
problem is bad art. That's what my
It's
problem
not
is.
bad
It's not
art.
bad art.
It's good art.
Nah, it is.
For the record, you said it is after River said it's good art. I'm just making sure you understood that.
If you're gonna be negative about yourself, be consistent.
Don't be Mr. Negative Man, please.
Look at the sound thing. They can't hear River.
Now I'm gonna intentionally go in just because you said that
And boost
pump-
River.
Yeah, pump River up every time.
Yeah, it's good art, like the fucking bass boosted version of it.
Please don't be Mr. Negative
Stop.
Man.
I'm not going on the count.
No, please don't.
Did you show Charles that GIF you showed me?
It wasn't a gift, it's a
That's a video.
I can.
Did anybody see my...
Which one is it?
It's on Tumblr.
It's Prison Mike in Aizawa from fucking My Hero.
Oh no, it's porn. I fucking turn on my phone and the first thing was like, oh no.
Oh, no.
That was a reference. That was
A likely
referencing-
story.
No, like my joke wasn't a reference. That was a reference image for my art.
I know it's a likely story.
It is.
Fucking in the video, President Mike just busts in the door to Aizawa and just stares at him. The perfect part is his fucking face when he does it.
Giggity.
All right, I have a topic.
Memes.
No. All right, well,
Oh, there was a Boo Yeti.
I actually want to show Boo Yeti.
I mean, Boo...
You mean Booette?
Yes, thank
We're
you.
not talking about that again.
It's a ghost Yeti.
I was gonna say there's a fucking
Hey everybody! I was today years old when I realized that disgruntled is actually the opposite of gruntled.
What were you saying, Sam?
I was gonna say, do any of you have any waifus?
We did that last time.
We did?
Yeah.
What? Oh,
Yeah,
I did.
first episode.
I don't know. I'm very limited in what I.
I have a new waifu, Futaba from fucking Persona 5.
Let's go back in a rod at that. Is she in the top 5? Is that what we said?
Probably, yeah. I felt like,
Well, now.
yeah.
Yeah, now that you know about her.
Yeah, back
Charles.
then she wasn't.
It's just how instantaneous he jumps in like.
Boom! I was mostly laughing at his face.
Face, yes.
She's like, hey!
Jesus Christ.
Just the bonds.
Look at what you did!
I feel like most of the podcast is just Charles' yell like laughter.
It is, yes.
I
The
think,
highest part.
I think we should call this second episode Persona What?
Persona and some bullshit. Oh, you don't want to talk about your fucking dreams, Sam?
No,
No?
it's a weird fucking dream.
Well, so it'd be interesting.
I
about
had a deck full of tarot cards and I was handing them to people I knew. And the other day I was like, who did I fucking hand what to? I think Brett was the hermit, Charles was the judge.
I was the tower.
You were the tower?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
told me.
I thought
You were the- No, he was
No, I
the
was
tower.
hermit.
Oh, that's
Brett
right.
was the hermit, and then some friends that I've never mentioned on this podcast, and you guys don't know were other things.
You didn't want to go into the Persona, us being Persona users and shit.
Well, that's just because tarot cards are in Persona.
Yeah.
And they're weird fucking dreams that people have.
Anybody got a favorite Persona?
Eligor.
Like, I like Izanagi from
Izanagi's
4.
cool.
Izanagi from 4.
Yeah.
No, his design.
I'm being very careful to make sure I can be read from the thing. That's why I'll say something very low and then I'll say it loudly.
Izanagi has been consistent from like at least 4 on. I don't know about before 4. I don't even know if he was mentioned before 4.
Wait, just real quick. It's been consistent from 4 on. So so basically it hasn't been consistent at all because it was in the last game and the current game.
What?
He said Izanagi's been pretty consistent at least from 4 on.
Because he wasn't in the previous games, to my knowledge.
Oh, well, I'm
And there's also side games in between 4 and 5. Q
That's
and the
fair.
fighting games and Golden.
fair enough.
You're only entry level, bitch. Don't
Fuck
talk
off.
shit.
Fight, kiss.
I mean, no.
Don't be gonna kiss him. Well, it's not with Charles.
No one doesn't get that reference.
I might kiss your
I get the
grave.
Where's that reference from?
It's from Achievement Hunter.
Thank you.
I love the animated version where it's like him with toys. Smash them against each other.
I love how in that one he talks about the Google world, like, what if I stole your lawnmower? But he's like, in the Google world, it wouldn't even matter. And I'm like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. So if I go back and say, you stole my lawnmower, so in the Google world, it's like, did Charles or someone stole my lawnmower? How does that...
Wait, what?
I don't even know what you're talking about with Google World. All I know is that you need more headlight fluid.
Well, I don't know. He makes an analogy with Google for some reason.
Sam?
Yes,
H.
Sam?
John Benjamin, the voice of Archer and Bob from Bob's Burgers, has an entire jazz album where he plays piano, despite not knowing how to actually play the piano.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
What's
That
the
sounds
album
in
called?
character.
Let me try and find it.
That sounds in character for both
What's the
Archer
name of the
and Bob.
it's what?
H. John Benjamin.
Just look up H. John Benjamin piano album.
I'm gonna look up H. John Benjamin on Spotify.
It's probably not on Spotify.
It might be.
Ugh.
Well, now we have a side story.
We have a side quest.
H. John Benjamin's
Welcome.
piano album.
Welcome to the tedious side quest that's gonna last you 2 hours.
It's a reference to something. I don't know to what.
I'm not referencing anything.
I've heard that before.
I was about to say, welcome to the episode where Sam reads an entire fucking
Wikipedia article. Charles was doing that earlier with a list of games.
I mean, I wasn't reading the entire Wikipedia article. I was just listing the games that I have played from
Well, yeah.
Alice.
off of Wikipedia. Hey guys, we should Wikipedia ourselves.
I like how this is so extensive that it mentions his Arby's commercial from this year.
What?
He has an Arby's commercial?
Yeah,
Wait.
you guys haven't seen it? Where he's like, if you want roast beef, or it's like, if you want a good sandwich, go to the sandwich place. If you want good roast beef, go to the sandwich place.
That's H. John Benjamin?
Yeah.
What?
What?
Shit
He used to have his own show. John Benjamin has a band. Yeah,
I think he still has that show.
No.
No?
The last episode, last August 10th, 2011.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Sad shit.
All I got all I got was the Bob Burgers music album.
I told you not to look on Spotify.
That's why I'm fucking following up on my source.
Why no?
That's for Charles.
I'm just trying to fill dead air with anything I can.
I got something. Hold on.
Well, be faster, because...
Did you know that the reason you have such a strong urge to squeeze things because they're cute is because your body has no way to satisfy the fact that something is cute, and so it decides to just destroy the source of the cuteness so that it's not cute anymore?
It's I don't know what it's from, but it's a quote from something. It's like, I want to destroy something beautiful.
It's from Fight Club.
I thought so. I just want to be sure. Yeah.
You know, there's a sequel now to Fight Club.
There's been a sequel. It's a visual
Yeah.
visual novel. Graphic
The album
novel.
is called John Benjamin, Jazz Daredevil. Well, I should have. He's literally wearing a fucking Evil Knievel thing when it's like tinted blue and he looks sad playing the piano.
Oh, that's great.
And it's on Spotify.
Oh,
That-
well, I guess I didn't find
John
it.
H. Benjamin. One of the songs is I can't play piano.
Oh, I looked up the wrong
Part
thing.
1 and 2.
Part 1 and 2.
I looked it
Oh,
up wrong.
fucking... I got a notification from Bandcamp last night.
You know what? I actually really want to name all the songs really fast.
Alright, go for it.
Okay, 1, Deal with the Devil. 2, I Can't Play Piano, Part 1. 3, I Can't Play Piano, Part 2. These are all 3-minute songs, except this one, number 4, It Had to Be You. It's a 5-minute song. Number 5, Soft Jazzercise. Number 6, I Can't Play Piano, Part 3.
These names are great.
Fucking,
Comedy comes in threes.
God, I can't. No, there's a Part 4 and it had something in
Oh.
parentheses, but it's not showing me like the whole. Oh, Thrill, Baby, Thrill. And fucking Amy's song, The Bum Steer.
The bumps.
Alright, the thing I was gonna bring up, I got this email from fucking Bandcamp about a guy I follow that makes music. It just says, new release from Vine, who brought you Blood Bagel? I think it's amazing. Needs context though. So Blood Bagel is an album where this guy and his band were essentially just fucking around and made songs about roid rage, as in hemorrhoids.
I'll do it.
Turning your asshole into a blood bagel.
Christ.
Jesus.
There's a song about a clown vomiting in a ball pit.
I think I've heard that song.
There's a song about doing anal.
Yeah.
And fuck, I don't remember. There's 2 other songs, but like the cover art is just the picture of a bagel with like red stuff smeared on it, so it just looks like a bloody asshole.
This is kind of off topic, and by
Really?
kind of I mean
Really?
Really?
off
It's
Really?
off topic? For this thing that has no topic?
We've been off
I just
topic.
would like to let everybody know that I will not have my daughter bringing a black man into my house until I've tidied up and created a welcoming environment.
I really want this episode to be called
Charles is vaguely
I
racist.
Can't do a podcast part 2.
Part 2.
Yeah, part 1 is the fucking first thing we did.
We don't know what the fuck we're doing. Parts 1 and 2.
I think the
We're getting demonetized. Part 4.
Oh, we're definitely gonna get demonetized.
Demonetized at
I
the
was like, is
start.
that even a thing on SoundCloud?
No, I don't know if you can monetize on SoundCloud,
I don't think you can either.
but it's a platform we have.
This feels like a mistake.
Dude, that's everything I do.
I cried myself to sleep.
Dude! Like, fuck.
Deep cast.
Depression cast.
I'm gonna stab someone if they get depressed in front of me.
Do it.
I'm gonna give them a real reason
You
to
won't
be
do it.
sad.
You won't do it.
Give me a knife.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, I know Brett's reaching for it.
There you go.
Did you get the fucking thing fixed?
No.
That's useless to me.
How is it useless to you? It still
Look,
it
I got
still works as a knife.
I got a pencil in my bag.
The only thing is the clip came off. You can still fucking pop it out.
Don't pop it out for me. I'm gonna stab River with it. But I need to feel like it was done of my own accord.
Well, here, fucking. The only thing there is just
Then what's
not the
Dakota
clip.
gonna say?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You were right to stab him. Mm.
Oh damn! Man, I would have to call. Oh damn!
We just went even more
Oh,
depressing.
damn. I would have damn.
Damn.
If you knew me between 2006 and 2012, I'm sorry.
Wait, are you saying that to
Is
yourself?
that as yourself or are you reading something?
Doesn't matter.
I just mine is if
Sam,
you
don't
knew me
finish
at
that
all.
statement.
I'm tired.
There you go.
If you knew me at all, I'm sorry. That's mine. Fucking what time are we at? We're almost at an hour and 12 minutes.
How long is this podcast supposed to do?
Do we want to try to make it another 18
Fuck
minutes?
yeah, we do.
No.
I want to. I want to.
Do you have other topics?
Fuck no.
Exactly.
That's what I thought. That's why I'm thinking we should call it.
What about movies with good stories? Like what? Ow!
I barely touched you.
know.
Making it more dramatic for the listeners.
Well, okay, fine. Last thing, what are y'all's favorite dinosaurs? Because I've been playing Jurassic World, and I got back into dinosaurs.
You alright there, bud?
We've had this conversation. I don't know dinosaurs.
Well, yeah, but you still have a favorite dinosaur.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Well, there you go. There's your favorite dinosaur. You didn't have to get
Ankylosaurus.
emotional about it.
T-Rex.
Ankylosaurus,
Ankylosaurus.
T-Rex.
T-Rex. That's fair.
The living tank.
Yeah, Ankylosaurus is pretty fucking cool. I'm a Triceratops kind of guy.
Basic bitch.
Jesus.
Okay, Mr. Ankylosaurus.
Hey,
Mr. Ankylosaurus.
now you're just being rude.
I know. I'm sorry.
After I called you a basic bitch. Alright, this has been a mess. We have been Onioncast. Outros are hard. Goodbye.
Don't come back.
3, 2, 1.
Come back, so we have to do more.
I'm gonna do my 3, 2, 1 thing all over again. Adios. I'll be the same.